Okay guys, I got my Spector Eurobolt 4. Hold up two fingers for 4. Bass players, right? Anywho, this is my final thoughts on the bass. I like it a lot. I love the Spector body shape. It's a beautiful bass. The neck's a bit chunky, maple neck, but let's hear what it sounds like. I've got 2 volume and a bass and treble on the controls. So I've got it basically full on blast, centered on the EQ. And let's try the P pickup, bridge pickup. So we'll roll off the J. Okay, let's do it the other way. Let's give me full power on the J. Pretty high pitched. I'd say this bass is, it's got a lot of course I got the action low. I can get a lot of fret in there for some metal stuff. But the J pickup is pretty high pitched. So I like it with the P on full, just a little bit of the J. Then we'll tone in just a little bit of bass. You just heard it pick up. Okay, let's hear the P bass pick up. Full bass. And we'll roll on full treble just for the fun of it. So this is plus 12 on each control. A little over the top. Let's roll off the bass. Roll off, not roll on. That's the P with no bass. P with full treble. Now let's bring the treble back. Bring the bass back to the center. Put on bass. P, full P and J. But I get a kick out of it. I like this bass a lot. Then down a little. At only 7.4 pounds, I mean, even though the neck is fat, this bass is just so comfortable to play. You know, when you're dealing with some basses that are like 10 plus pounds, 7.4 is awesome! Let's throw on a little Doug Pinnick. I really like that sound. That's the Doug Pinnick pedal. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Just beautiful. This is probably my most attractive bass. It's got the Spector locking bridge, which has a, you can see it there, there's a hex, I don't know what it does, there's a hex screw in there on either side, and apparently that's, they call it a locking bridge, so apparently that locks it somehow. But it's got the intonation screws on it, and it's got the screws for raising the saddles up and down, so I don't know what exactly we are locking, I guess. We got some beautiful poplar burl there, and if you look at it, this is not just a piece of veneer like you might find. This is actually, you can see the seam there, this is actually a slab of it. So the wings are alder, and it has this poplar burl top on it. Now the neck is a 3-piece maple neck. It's roasted fingerboard, and that is pretty sweet. We've got mother of pearl inlays, and something I do not have on any of my other basses is we have a first fret marker. We have it on top, and we have it here too, which I don't have on any of my other basses. It has a graphite nut. We got the Spector logo there. Take a look at that neck. So it's a maple fretboard. I don't know that it's one piece. It's hard to tell if that's a seam there or not. So it might have a piece of maple on top of the neck itself. The fretwork is just really nice. It's got a satin finish on it, so it's nice and smooth. But if you look at it's a very round neck. What would you call that? A D or a C neck? Spector has the worst website ever, and they don't give much details. I do know from the website that it has a 19mm spacing. Okay. It's got a 41.6mm nut. It's just a beautiful bass. It's got Aguilar pickups here. It's a PJ, but it's a reverse P, which I didn't even know existed. Apparently a regular P, which of course I knew, this pickup is up here instead of here, and this is what makes it a reverse. So I cleverly bought this thinking, hey, I've got a PJ, but I don't have a reverse PJ. Until I looked at my Ibanez and discovered, that's a reverse as well, so the joke's on me. Oh well. You've got 2 volumes. You've got bass and treble. These are notched. These are not. These turn smooth and easy. These are stiffer so you don't lose your adjustment there. Now my one complaint about this guitar is that neck pocket. Look at this gap. Now this is the age of CNC machines. Still have this massive gap here. And a lot of guys are going to say, well, you're just being nitpicky, Bill. So at what point do you say, wait a minute, what am I getting for my hard-earned money, right? Let's look at the back. So we got a 5-bolt neck. And we're kind of translucent. I'm reflecting too much here. I'll get over here. One thing I also don't like is there's no battery compartment. You have to remove the cover, but instead of the screws just going into the body, there's actually a metal insert in the wood. So these are actually machine screws and not just wood screws. So, you know, you shouldn't have to wear out the screws, or you won't wear out the screws changing your battery. I haven't opened it up yet. I probably should have done that for the review, but you know what? I'm far too lazy. Let's look at that neck. That is looking good. Beautiful grain pattern. Goes back up to those hip shot tuners, which did not come with the base. Just keep that in mind. I showed you that. Okay, I was talking about tuners. And this is a tuner off the Euro. It's a Jinho basic tuner here. As you saw, it's 60 grams. The hip shots I put in came in at 47 on this scale. But this scale is maybe not that exact. I saved about 1.7 ounces on the weight of the base. And let's see if you can see it here. Yeah, there's the Jinho. Now the tuner off the Dimension 4 has the Spector logo on it, which makes it cool. This is a different tuning key. It's the same dimensions and everything, and it's the same weight too. And it's a JHR1, so I'm thinking that's a Jinho as well. So anywho, I replaced those guys with some hip shots, which came in at 47 grams. And here you can see them here. So these are the Hip Shot USA ones, not the made under license tuners. They look cool and they work well. So anyhow, that's the tuner sitch. I love the NS body shape. If you're not familiar with that, there you go. You can see there that it's curved. And this is a very comfortable body shape. One of the downsides is, should you have to replace the bridge, it's been routed and you're going to be probably stuck with trying to find a Spector bridge, and that could be tough. Aguilar pickups. They're supposed to be a 4PJ/HC, whatever that means. I'm thinking jazz pickup, P pick, I don't know. And it's supposed to have an OBP-2 preamp. Don't know what that is either. It's a beautiful bass. Plays really well. I really like it.